Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about a important topic to me, which is fashion. So before I get started, I want everybody to know that the full video is on YouTube. So if you haven't looked, go look right now. Otherwise, of course, enjoy it wherever you're watching. So fashion is incredibly important for me for a number of reasons, but the main reason is based off of my childhood. So ever since I was young, I played a lot of fashion games. I loved dressing up. I loved playing Barbies. I loved looking at beautiful costumes and outfits that shows, movies put on, that celebrities put on, right? And, at a certain point, I was able to wear cute clothes. But unfortunately, that stopped pretty early on. When I was about 8 or 9, I started puberty, and this caused me to stop being a child altogether. There was a lot of responsibilities. There were a lot of things and rules that I had to suddenly follow. And when I say like who's acting on these like rules, right? My grandmother, who was a big figure in my childhood, as well as the Mormon church, as well as my peers, etc. So I unfortunately had to follow these rules, right? And one of those big rules was I could not wear the same clothes that everybody else wore. If I decided on wearing those clothes, I could look slutty, I would look more adult, and it just wouldn't fit me, wouldn't look good on me. In fact, something that my stepmother once told me was wearing red lipstick makes me look like a slut. So these weird rules, right, was something that I had to follow, because if I was under certain people's households, if I was under their roof, that meant I had to listen to them. Otherwise, there would be a lot of shame, there would be a lot of anger, and sometimes like I wouldn't be able to have what little left of my childhood, right? So unfortunately, it caused me to feel a lot of shame about my body. When I started developing faster, a lot of girls around me started to show different kinds of energy towards me, right? So I already had developed weird energy from girls before, but not as much as I did once I started puberty. Once I started puberty, it was like everyone was against me. Guys either just wanted to do experimenting with me, or girls were just jealous and would spread rumors about me. So some of the big rumors that were spread during elementary school was, oh, she stuffs her bra, which was a huge one. Everybody thought that I stuffed my bra. Okay. And it brought up a lot of emotions for me, and unfortunately it caused me to feel a lot of shame about my body, because again, during this time I was Mormon, so it wasn't like I felt comfortable talking about sex. It wasn't like I didn't feel comfortable talking about my body, none of that stuff. So when people kept talking about my body, I would cover up. So for about the whole year of 4th grade to 6th grade, I wore a hoodie every single day in Florida, in Southwest Florida. No matter if it was the summer or not, no matter if it was really hot, I constantly wore a hoodie. And it's really sad to remember, right? Because that around those years, around preteen years, is when girls experiment, when people experiment, when kids experiment. There's like different times that kids experiment before they become adults, and that is one of them. Right before you're going into middle school, during middle school, you're reinventing yourself, you're finding out who you are. And
constantly being asked sexual questions, being sexually harassed by my peers, caused me to be very uncomfortable with my body and just made me feel like I had to cover up. So when my grandmother was telling me that certain clothes wouldn't fit me and look good on me, or she would make a nasty look when I put on something that showed a little too much, I listened to her. And of course, during my teen self, this was when I was experiencing a lot of trauma, and I didn't have the funds, nor did my family have the funds to change my style. So it wasn't until I was 18 and moved out of my house that I actually was able to start experimenting with my style. So 18 years old, I don't think I have not one outfit in my closet that I had when I was 18, like maybe 19, but nothing from 18. I was experimenting. That was my teenage phase when I was 18, was being able to experiment with my looks. I shaved the undercut of my scalp, and I had an undercut for a very long time. Like, I had shorter hair. I was basically in a teenage self. So I experienced a lot of things that teenagers experience when I was 18, 19. So once I was 19 to now 22, I have been slowly being able to collect the clothes that I'm able to feel proud in, that I'm able to feel cute, beautiful, and sexy in. And this is incredibly important for me because it heals my inner child, being able to wear something that I necessarily wouldn't have worn when I was younger because of stupid rules that people told me to follow, and being able to wear that now is freedom to me. And so I think it's incredibly important, as not only as a busty woman, but as a mid-sized woman, as plus-size women, as whoever, even if you're a man, if you feel like people have told you forever you couldn't wear something, if it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel good inside, why should you not wear it, right? And so I have been told some stupid rules, right? And a couple of the fashion rules that I've been told growing up is don't wear patterns, don't wear red, orange, and pink as a redhead. I think this looks really good on me. I was told as a busty woman, don't wear tops and dresses without a bra. Looks pretty good. Yes, they sag a little. They don't go up because they're heavy. It's called gravity. Have you ever heard of Newton's law? Have you ever heard of that? Like, fun fact, I'm actually like a little science geek. And in middle school, before a lot of the trauma started, taking effect on me, I actually was top of my class in science, to where I got like a free scholarship to a conservation summer camp. So, also I love sci-fi. But besides the point, it's incredibly important for me to wear fashion because it's so important for me and validating for me to wear something that I feel good in and be like, you look beautiful. You deserve to wear something that you feel beautiful in. And I remember, the sad thing is, I remember when I was like 16 to 18, all I got for Christmas from my grandmother was workout clothes, because she was projecting onto me to lose weight, saying that I needed to lose weight when I'm not going to go there, but you can picture it, right? And the clothes that she gave me were black and gray. And so for most of my wardrobe, from about 16 to 18, 19-ish, was black and gray. I had a few color, but that was the main thing. Like, all of my workout clothes, like, just now, at 22 years old, this past Christmas, I decided to buy myself workout clothes that were colorful, because I love color. I have always been a colorful girl. I've never liked black. I've never liked gray. Like, Of course, I had those phases where I thought I did because I was trying to just tell myself I liked black because I was depressed, right? But I have always been a colorful girl. I love pastel. I love hot pink. I love neon colors. Like, I like color. And being able to say that, being able to wear that and say, I'm gonna wear that. And of course, if something doesn't look good on me and I don't feel good about it, I'm not gonna wear it and I'm just gonna donate it or I'm gonna sell it. But it's important for people, if you wanna experiment, if you wanna wear that, go ahead. You know, I think it was really healing to be able to move from my hometown and be able to just go to stores all the time when I was living in St. Petersburg and just go to TJ Maxx, go to Marshall's, go to Target and just have a shopping haul. Now granted, I did have a little bit of a shopping addiction when I came into some money, but part of that was because, again, I had no clothes. All of my clothes were just t-shirts. Now when I'm saying t-shirts, it's not like this, right? I'm talking like t-shirts that people wear to cover up their body. That's all I had. I have mainly had that in my wardrobe for all of my life, is constantly having clothes that people told me to wear because they thought it was good. Now, of course, I'm sure that part of the reason why people wanted me to cover up was because they wanted to protect me, right? It didn't help. It still happened. And that's really my mindset now, because some people will say like, oh, well, you're asking for it because you're wearing that or because you're pulling down your shirt so you can feel comfortable. All of those things. At the end of the day, I will post something without my face in it or without my body in it, even without my face in it, and there's comments about my body. I have been vulnerable and talked about my trauma in regards to all different kinds of trauma in terms of my sexual assault stories. And I've gotten disgusting comments where people say that they wish that they were the ones abusing me and saying, how could you blame this person for doing this? So I really don't give a damn if people say that I should cover up and that I'm asking for it, when I was covered up for literally more than half of my life. For most of my life, I have covered up my body. I have listened to rules. I have listened to people tell me, you shouldn't show your shoulders, you shouldn't show your chest, you shouldn't show your stomach, you shouldn't wear a bikini at this age like other girls because of your body. I literally, in 5th grade, a field trip, everybody was either wearing a tankini or a one piece because that was what it was allowed for our field trip. And I had such a hard time finding a tankini as someone who was in, like, literally in puberty, where I was more developed. And in fact, like, I almost got in trouble for wearing that. And I said, I don't know what you want me to do. We literally had to go to an adult store, adult swimwear store, to be able to get this tankini, and none of the one pieces fit. The only things that fit me during that time that wasn't too sexy was a tankini that still was considered too sexy. So I hope this video finds the people that it needs to reach. I hope that it reaches people that have never been able to express themselves, that feel uncomfortable doing that, that feel like they have to listen to all of these rules telling them what they should do with their life and with their body. And I want you, if you are listening that can relate to that, to shut that noise out. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to wear what you want, and you do not have to listen to what people tell you to wear. So that is why fashion is so important to me. And I hope that this video helps you guys be able to express your creativity more and be able to show that throughout your fashion. Love you guys. Bye.